Right, welcome ladies and gentlemen. So, you and I both know recently Peter Dinklage basically cost a bunch of dwarf actors their jobs, right? No, you didn't know? Right, okay. Let's break it down, shall we? Peter Dinklage came out recently and lambasted the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs movie from Disney, basically saying, hey, Disney, you're an absolute bunch of waste of space. You've hired a Latino actress to play Snow White. You're trying to be progressive, but then you're still casting actual dwarfs as dwarfs, and, you know, they're living in a cave, and that's not very progressive, and I need to do more. Disney did a really knee-jerk reaction, and basically said, yeah, okay, we'll rethink it then. And that then proceeded to a whole bunch of dwarf actors coming out and going, Peter, mate, what are you doing to us? Like, we want a good job. Like, are you pulling the ladder up from behind you? Because that's what's happening, isn't it? Like, that's seemingly what it looks like. You've got Peter Dinklage, a chap who's more than happy to play roles which are absolutely not progressive in any way, shape or form. You know, his role as Lannister is quite literally, he's known as the Imp. He took that role full well, knowing, yep, and he made millions, tens of millions of dollars off of that role as well. But now other people, you know, want to sort of get in. He's like, nope, no can do, sorry, no thanks. Cool. But the latest is, he's a massive hypocrite. Again. Because it's looking like he's going to be in Thor, another Thor movie, as a dwarf. But wait, ladies and gents, it doesn't matter. This dwarf's fine because he's not actually small. Do you see the difference? It doesn't matter if you're not actually small. You can be a dwarf and break stereotypes. I don't even... some of this stuff, like, I don't even know where to start sometimes, because I'm just like, this stuff is just nonsense. So, here we have it, right? Thor Love and Thunder, Peter Dinklage has seemingly confirmed his return as Eitri. But again, remember, it doesn't matter because he's not going to be small. What is this? What world are we living in? Clown world. Absolute clown world. Let's check this out. Game of Thrones star Peter Dinklage made his Marvel Cinematic Universe debut as Eitri in Avengers Infinity War, where he helped Thor, Groot and Rocket forge the God of Thunder's new weapon of choice, Stormbreaker. The Dwarf King hasn't been seen since, but a rumour recently did the rounds that Dinklage is set to reprise the role for Thor Love and Thunder, which, in fairness, it would make sense. It would make sense. He's not going to just disappear, is he? And, you know, another Thor sort popping up. It would make sense that they'd visit Eitri, but yeah. So we had this, alright, and we had this. So while speaking to Empire via MCU Direct about his latest film, Serrano, Dinklage was asked about a possible return as Eitri. And while he didn't outright confirm anything, his response is very telling. Well, there's another Thor movie, isn't there, coming out that Taika directed. But I didn't say anything. So Dinklage, obviously this article notes that Dinklage may simply be having some fun with the rumour here, but it certainly sounds like Eitri will play a part in the next Thor movie, and if we had to hazard a guess, we reckon that Thor and Jane Foster will make their way to Nidavellir to enlist the dwarf skill in basically reforging Mjolnir for the latter to basically what I said. You know, we've got a new Thor. She needs another hammer. There you go. Cheers, Dwarf King, mate. And we were never given any indication that Eitri may have been killed post-Infinity War. There's nothing. They're not going to kill him. I don't see why not. Why would they not? Why would they kill him? It seems a bit weird. But then Dinklage did also add this. So if you die in a Marvel movie, it doesn't mean it's your last Marvel movie. That's the crazy thing. It doesn't matter. Somebody could make a TV. Now there's TV shows. It's Marvel world. We're all just a part of it. So there you have it. But I think the wider discussion, realistically, is what a total tool Peter Dinklage has become. You know, is it the fact that he might appear in Thor: Love and Thunder is actually all a bit by the by? I don't really care. I'm sure you don't really care. Like, he's fine. He just played a massive version of himself. Cool, fine. You know, I'm sure that made him hard or something. I don't know. But it's just completely redundant when the guy reveals himself to be an absolute arsehole. And, you know, you guys might think that comment there, you know, what makes him hard, is a bit sly. But it is sly, and it's sly for a reason. Is that when you're making commentary which causes a knee-jerk reaction from the biggest film company in the world, and they pull out, you know, of casting actual dwarfs as dwarfs, like you're an arsehole, you know? Like, these people want to act, they want to have careers. Why is it okay for you, Peter Dinklage, to play those roles? But then when you've made your millions, tens, hundreds of millions, I don't know how much you're worth, it's a lot of money, you're trying to pull the ladder up behind you. It's not fair, it's not cool. And then in the same breath, mere weeks afterwards, there's these articles saying that you're going to effectively play the dwarf again, the Dwarf King. I mean, this guy's ego couldn't get any bigger. There's a pun in there somewhere. You know, he's playing the Dwarf King whilst perpetuating, you know, basically purporting himself to be the king of the dwarfs by basically saying Disney shouldn't hire dwarfs to play dwarfs in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Such nonsense. And need I even remind you that the whole statement he made was complete nonsense anyway, because he said that, you know, they live in a cave. They don't. They live in a really nice woodland lodge. I'd love to live in a woodland lodge. How amazing would that be? So it's just garbage. It's not cool. But I hand it on over to you guys. What do you guys think? Is he a hypocrite? I think he is. And I think this just goes to how just warped and far removed he is from society and reality. So many people came out from the dwarf community, dwarf actors and stuff, were just like, mate, you're not king of the dwarfs, you're an arsehole, what are you doing? So I hand it on over to you. What do you think? Let me know down below in the comments. If you're new here, please do hit subscribe. We're in the new space. We still don't have internet. I'm working from my phone. I'm very stressed about this. But please do hit subscribe, and please do stay with me and bear with me. We will persevere. Thank you all so much for watching there, ladies and gents. Take care.